Hey, remember that game back at the Game Awards called Mecha BREAK? That Asmongold thought it was a Gundam game, but it wasn't. And remember I did a few videos on that? Well, guess what? They're coming back with an update, and I'm here to tell you. So recently, Mecha BREAK did an interview with IGN FanFest. Actually, yesterday for the most part. So it was definitely in this month of February. And what I really liked about the video is that it does a really good job, I guess, overall explaining the new changes. And the one thing I really do like about Mecha BREAK is that they're really taking their time to create a really good game, not rushing and everything, and they're actually taking a lot of player feedback. And this was something that I mentioned before that I was invited to. I played the beta, I played the alpha. Overall, I had a really good experience, and they were so nice to be able to help, just invite me to be able to create these videos for them. And again, I wouldn't say this is mainly like a sponsorship video, but I'd say overall they gave me the opportunity to review over the updates for the game. So again, this was very exciting for me, and I really wanted to be able to, just to be able to show the love of Mecha, and again, be able to show something different in the mecha genre, and to be able to promote something that I passionately love. And just from playing the games, again, I've really enjoyed the gameplay. Well, one of the things that they mentioned is that for the Islandist character, the main character, I guess part of the game, is where they mentioned that they had a 3-hit combo, and when it came to like using shift to dodge the attacks, they made that more more clean now, so you're able to dodge a lot easier. But also, instead of having a 3 combo right after, they're actually using a 4 combo, so they basically buffed them up a little bit, which is pretty cool, I guess. Something they also mentioned was the energy gauge in the game. Because of the feedback that we've given, they mentioned something about the energy gauge would always run out really fast, and I did kind of notice that when I was playing the game too. It felt like I was running dry, and even just jumping the air, flying quicker, it was just really hard. So now, instead of having to wait for the energy gauge, there's going to be a higher leap. So it's if you run out of energy, they'll be able to just jump higher with the quick energy burst right there. So that would be kind of helpful for again, when you're trying to get out, or you're in a quick pinch. So that was very helpful. So they also mentioned, how is the aiming system in Mecha BREAK design? Well, why can't I lock onto an enemy that has low health? So that was another big issue that happened. Or again, as the gigantic humanoids, they did mention about the fire control system. So updating the fire control system is a new thing that they're adding to the game, and of course to us players. The of course, this, you can see the UI right there is the circle range. Basically being able to won't be able to automatically hit, but it does give a better precise range of shooting. And it prioritize more of the locking. So again, like when you see a low enemy, it'll prioritize where the lower enemy is. So it'll give you different locks. Now it is kind of cool, especially as a sniper, when you're able to see from far away. It kind of gives you an idea where to shoot. And again, so sniping is really fun in this game, so it kind of makes you feel kind of beastly at it. And again, of course, you can also evade the lock too. So if you're the other player, you can just press shift, and you can actually get out of that lock too. So that's also kind of cool. And of course, every mech has different specific weapons, so they're going to prioritize and have different locks for different characters, and especially with the ranges. And again, it is kind of a cool feature, but I don't know if that's going to work too well. But again, that's just my personal opinion. I don't know how it's going to be like, but I know when I was using the sniper, I thought it was pretty easy to snipe people down. But maybe that's my background in Valorant, so maybe that seems to help more in Fortnite. It does feel kind of like a Fortnite kind of feel. Question was that was answered was that the question was, I often found that I was unable to select the striker I wanted to play during the matchmaking, which could be frustrating. Are there any plans to improve this? So yes, of course, they're here to improve that. They mentioned about, like, they're actually going to give us more free range of different types of strikers. So again, it won't be like a gotcha game where you have to buy the characters. They'll offer a good amount of range, so you can actually pick from. That could be acquired for free, which is great. So additionally as well, they also plan a new matching experience where basically what will happen is that you'll be able to select your preferred striker from the hangar. So it'll give you a certain amount where you can pick from. from what you preferred, and of course, again, you can just pick right away from your choices, and it'll just be right there, so you don't have to like look for it. They did mention about some overpowering bots in the game. Noticed that that was happening, but of course they addressed that as because there hasn't been many people. Well, they started with the beta, so there's not many people playing at first. So of course they're adding some bots in there to fill up the matches for the most part. But they did say that they will be improving the balance and fairness for the bots that go in. But again, hopefully, this will be a game that you don't have to have bots, which I'm sure they will be, to be honest. I mean, any new game that's possible, especially in the mecha genre, there's probably going to be bots in the beginning, so I totally get that. So again, they'll be improving the balances for, the player experience and as well as the bot experience as well. Another thing they were mentioning was the respawn time. So I think before it was like 30 seconds respawn time to basically respawn after dying, but I think they're switching it from 30 to 20 seconds. They did notice that it was a little, again, it was pretty long for a lot of the players, so they are going to change that to 30 to 20 seconds, which I think it's fair. And then another question they mentioned was the switching strikers during the match. They actually said no about this, and the reason why is because they really want you to communicate with the team and making sure that everyone has a certain strategy what they want to play. And again, they're really focusing on the team aspect of it, right? So I know in Overwatch and Gundam Evolutions that you're able to switch characters halfway through to change the strategy, which I think that's okay. I don't see that being a problem. But we have games like Valorant where you pick one character and you stick with them the whole time. So I can see both angles and both sides on this. So again, that's just something they're probably just going to keep doing, just being able to not switch halfway through. Now we know well, now we know about the pilots, and this was actually a very good question too, is that one of the questions was with the pilot is that they weren't be able to pilot all the other strikers with that same pilot. Every pilot was different. So they did know this, and they were decided to switch it up where like every player can play different mechs. If you ever played the game Super Mecha Champs, was very similar. You can play a pilot that has a certain type of mech, but you can also switch it up with a different mech in the pilot. So I think that was something they really saw, and they think they're definitely going to change. So every pilot's different. You can customize it, and I think they're really going to put a lot of effort into the customizations, because the customizations is key in this game, where players want to feel very personal and the characters they make. So I think this will be a huge win if they update this too, and take their time and improving this part of the creativity. Now, one of the things I really do hate is the battle pass stuff. So battle passes are so annoying to me. I hate working my booty off just to get this certain thing. So this was a question that they said the battle pass and tasks were a little too tough. So they did mention that they are going to lower that and make it a little easier for all players to complete these battle passes. And of course, the question that they also mentioned was the customizations for the paint jobs. Sometimes the paint can be a little too scarce. Are there any plans to address this? And of course, this is something they definitely want to improve on. As you can see, some of the designs, some people have some pretty crazy like paint jobs on their strikers, so it was actually really cool. It's like literally, it was like straight up people who like played Gundam or knows Gundam. You see the Evangelion, the VO, RX-78, even I think that's got Sinanju. I think with that one, it was really cool. They said they will provide 64 additional color schemes for each unlocked striker, so that's going to be a lot of coloring. So, and of course, you can purchase the credits and everything. And yeah, so the creativity is going to be really key for this game. And again, as I mentioned, it's going to be super detailed. So yeah, just be ready to have like a lot of RAM to play this game. Here's a really interesting one, was the controller aspect. So the controller aspect is a huge one, I believe. I played it on the keyboard and I kind of didn't like it, but it looks like they're already debuting the controllers to be used. So this is great. Again, it's going to be on PS5 and Xbox. So definitely this will be definitely key. But I don't know if they're going to do it for PC. You'll be able to connect it. I'm pretty sure you're able to, because Armored Core did that with PC. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that for this game. Now, this was really, really cool, and I thought this was a really good point that they mentioned about competitive fairness, about like, oh, will Mecha BREAK offer any power boost for purchase the game? They said something very important. They said this is not a play-to-win game, and they don't want that any for the players. So when they do go against each other in PvP, it will be fair. All the mechs will definitely be, full attributes. So again, a play to win wouldn't be part of this game, which is actually very surprising coming, from a game like this, I would feel like. So this is good, and I'm very glad they decided to go that route. Also mentioned about the anti-cheat in games ecosystem. So again, they are very aware of the anti-cheating and how it all works. So again, they're pretty big companies, so I think they're very experienced in all this. So I don't think that should be an issue. And again, they also mentioned about being toxicity and all that, and they'll also handle that as well. Just hope they don't go off the rail with it, but I'm sure they'll do something. Well, the final question is, what is next? Can we share any more details? Well, the next round is packed with new content, definitely a huge sneak peek, which is going to be really cool. And again, it's going to be that huge mecha that was, shown in the trailer. Well, it looks like we're going to be getting that, and we get a chance to fight against that, which is going to be sick. So it's going to be like PvE content for sure. And of course, they did say that they were going to be focusing on the PvE aspect and as well as the story mode. So I'm excited for the story of this game. I'm actually really want to play the story mode. And of course, they're going to be adding 3v3, 5v5, and introducing a PvP and E mode, which is going to be insane. So it's going to be a battle royale almost, it looks like. But we'll see how that goes. So hopefully it doesn't crash the whole PC, but it'll be exciting stuff. Very excited for it. It's going to be really cool. Again, I'm excited for this game, and I hope you guys are too, because again, after Armored Core, we definitely have the momentum as Mecha fans, but hopefully new people come in to play this game who aren't Mecha fans, and hopefully they enjoy the game too. So I'm excited. And again, for more updates later on, I'll be doing the alpha close test as well, so get ready for updates on that when that happens. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe
Hey,
if you like the
I was
content, and see you
watching
guys in the next
that.
video. Peace.